Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry. Listen,
She ordered a hitman to kill her husband.
try to calm down.
What you just saw was Dalia DiPolito crying over her husband's death, something that was found not true. Everything you see here, from her immediate outburst of sorrow to the officer reporting, it's all done to uncover the actual plot. In this video, we're taking you through the crazy case of Dalia and how a successful sting operation prevented a terrible fate for her husband. In 2008, Dalia DiPolito was in real estate and had a side hustle as an escort when she met her husband, Michael DiPolito. Michael had a sheet on him for fraud but was very successful. But somewhere along the line, their marriage fell apart, and it was evident that she was using a criminal history to get whatever she wanted from him. One time, the police were tipped by an anonymous caller about Michael's involvement in narcotics. He was worried about losing his assets if arrested, so he signed off his assets to Dalia. Now, with the assets in her name, she wanted him gone. Dalia reached out to an ex-boyfriend named Mohammed Shihadeh to find an assassin, but instead of finding an assassin, he went to the police and informed them of the conversation.
She has to find someone who can kill her husband for her.
Are you scared for the guy?
Yes, because she's really, dead serious on getting this done. She's maybe 5'6", 5'7", dark black hair. She's a good-looking girl, really good-looking girl, actually.
But it was his word against hers. There was no proof. So to get proof, Shihadeh was made a confidential informant for the Boynton Police Department and was asked to arrange a meetup with Dalia in a public gas station.
Yes, because she's really, dead serious on getting this done. She's maybe 5'6", 5'7", dark black hair. She's a good-looking girl, really good-looking girl, actually.
But it was his word against hers. There was no proof. So to get proof, Shihadeh was made a confidential informant for the Boynton Police Department and was asked to arrange a meetup with Dalia in a public gas station to discuss the assassination.
This guy's a professional. It's not his mom is not going to get suspicious of you or anything like that.
Why me? Like, do you know what telling somebody it? Nobody's going to be able to point a finger at me.
And to conclude this conversation, Shihadeh tells her that the hitman wants $1,200 to buy a gun. And surprisingly, she counts it out and gives it to him, along with a picture of her husband.
Wipe my pants off the pictures. Really? You're gonna give him something with fingerprints all over?
This is when the detectives realize that this lead is actually a potential murder case. So now the police decided to plan this sting operation to gather as much evidence as there is. In 2 days, Dalia is called to meet with the assassin, who was actually Officer Whitty G, an undercover cop.
Damn.
After she gets into his car, the two discuss how the attack will take place.
Got a picture of the house or whatever.
How soon can we get everything going?
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, I need it done this week, but my understanding of everything was that I was gonna give you what I gave you, and then that was everything. Until after the fact. And then after the fact, I guess you were gonna come and find me or whatever. I mean, I'm good for it. It's not like I don't have it or anything. I know not to fuck around with you. You know certain things, whatever. You know what I mean? You obviously know where I'm at.
I could get it up by Wednesday if you want me to. You understand? But I gotta do my homework.
Right.
I gotta, know exactly where the place is and how to get out of there.
Damn.
Understand what the neighbors want. I gotta call the cops. Report a shooting to see how fast they get to that location. There's a lot of stuff I gotta do.
Okay.
That's gonna cost me a lot of money.
So if we go ahead and we do it, at the house, how soon could you do it? And
I could do it Wednesday morning. It's gonna be like I break into the
Yeah,
house.
Monkey, what's up, Monkey?
I think he was gonna be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
I'm gonna think he's at work. Boom, he's not at work. Then he gets two in the head. That's it. I take a couple things with me, break a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad. It's all over. I'm gone out of there. He's going to be asking you questions, although they know it's going to be obvious what it is, and they already know, but, they're going to ask questions, because that's how they got to do it. But I don't know how well you handle pressure. You understand? I don't know, because I don't want...
No, I'm not going to, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see me, and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. But I'm not.
You are. You're extremely beautiful.
Thank you, but, I just need to make sure everything's going to take
I'm good. Oh, my Christmas was good. How was yours?
But now, and when
My Christmas was actually fun. I got a new monitor and shit.
Change your mind, even if you change your mind. I'm talking to him.
There's no changing, there's no, determined
Definitely
already.
say you wanna
I'm
do this.
positive, like
Okay.
5,000% sure, like
Okay.
around 6:30, 7 o'clock. He
Yeah.
always walks the dog in the morning.
Okay.
He walks the dog across, like over where the lake is, and our door is always unlocked.
I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning. 6 o'clock. All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, and I guess.
I got those ultra wide screens. I just gotta put it up. I haven't put it up yet.
In their 23-minute conversation, they agreed on a payment of $7,000 for the murder. To plan out the perfect sting operation, they now needed to bring in her husband, Michael.
Get rid of this because I got like a TV screen, so I can get rid of it. It's like an ultra wide, like a curve.
Thanx with the Palm Beach Police Department.
34-inch.
All right. Also present
The
in the room
LG.
right now is Mr. Michael DePio. Can you go ahead and spell your last name?
Yo, tell you, Big Mike.
You already know why we're here.
Yeah.
Reference is Hohenson. It's happened an investigation where your wife hired somebody to kill her.
Oh, well, it's the LG one. I'm not. It's not gonna be my
Before they
main
can just
monitor though.
Spill the beans on their plan. The detectives need to figure
Just
out
for, like,
what
my,
went wrong with their relationship.
Discord,
the
chat.
real motive behind the hit.
I just didn't want to use a TV no more.
Pretty much, we're on a fast track relationship, getting along great, everything's great, you know, and as soon as we moved out of Boca in January, and I purchased a home in Boynton. And
Boynton.
I would say 2 weeks after we did that, I hired a lawyer to get off of probation. I started giving my wife money because she was going to provide me with the other half of the money for the probation. And
Just for the record, what were you on probation for? Just real quick.
organized
Okay.
fraud.
Okay.
You got the I heard the Samsungs are pretty good. 240 hertz is really good.
All right, that's enough of that then.
And then
You get with
I
now.
provided her
I haven't
with
even met him yet.
$100,000. She was supposed to provide me with $90,000.
I haven't been in the
And
server.
My lawyer is telling me it's not here, it's not there.
We gonna
She was
get it,
supposed to
though.
send a wire. The wire magically never showed up, and then the story was just unbelievable. And you know, what do I do with that? And then I turned around and I was going to leave. And then she got honest that she messed my money up in some wire scheme where she was supposed to send it and make money on it. And
So how long did you date before you actually got married?
we dated from October to January.
Okay.
So
Bam.
how long that would be exactly?
3 months. And he married her.
So you get married, and then how long after you get married do you start, or do you ever feel that something's not right with her?
About a month and a half.
Right away.
The money starts disappearing.
It's gonna be fire. Hell yeah.
I had drugs planted on my
Yo,
truck.
we gotta do
The
a record
officers
with,
came out to search my truck. I'm not a drug dealer. I never was.
Where did that happen at?
We gotta do a record with Mumu
Carlton
too.
in
Mumu.
Allentown. I came out
Young
one
Dap.
day and we were leaving in the morning, and officer approached me. and
I'm
said,
an
"Your
audio
truck."
mixing
I said,
engineer
"Yes, it
by-
is." And I didn't know what he wanted. He goes, "Can I search it?" There's an activity
Oh.
on it. Someone called, and I'm like, "Absolutely."
So you know the sound.
The officer searches the truck. There's nothing in the truck. He lets me leave. I figured someone called, but nobody
That's
knew
what's
we
up,
were
MJ.
there. It's an unexplainable thing.
Were any drugs found?
The next day, I went to get gasoline in the truck. There was drugs in my gas cap. So luckily,
You had no knowledge of that?
no. I mean, thank God, you know, I let the officer search the truck. There's nothing in the truck. Thank God he didn't find them because, you know, that would have been a disaster. Point being, though, it was unexplainable. Nobody knew we were there. Nobody knew we were there.
So who do you suspect that planted it? A hunch.
A hunch was my wife.
Okay.
And I played it through my head 1,000 ways. I thought, could it be? I'm laughing. I even thought maybe it wasn't me put it there, you know, and didn't remember. But I don't, you know, the point is, nobody knew we were there. Nobody had access to my vehicle except my wife.
What would her motivation be for doing that? You're on probation at the
She,
time.
at that point, yes. And at that point, she already had stolen $100 and some thousand from me. And so now I'm out $100,000, and she got me involved in another scheme to where I lost another 90 or another 100,000 trying to, you know, I lost $240,000 with this girl.
Damn, she lost you 240,000 in 4
These should have
months.
been the earliest red flags for Michael about Dahlia. The pattern suggests that she's been after his money since the start.
Yeah.
It's possible that the hit was arranged for her to get away with the money she had.
I haven't had this many incidents go wrong in my life, and you know what I mean, in my life, and that I've had since I met
Bro,
this
she's
girl.
a demon.
You know, I haven't had my truck searched 2-3 times. You know, I don't do that kind of shit. You know, so all of this is very out of character for me. My life is, since I met Dahlia, and since we've been married, the dynamics of my daily life have changed drastically. Like, I don't have police interaction anymore. I don't, you know, and I've seen the police more than like 10 times probably since I've been with her over stuff that's unexplainable and sounds crazy to people. I don't tell people my business anymore because they think I'm crazy.
Let me ask you one question here that's kind of puzzling, or that we would like answered if we can. What's her motivation for having you killed? I mean, like, why not just get divorced? Or did she ever mention divorce or separation?
Never.
So, what, in your mind, what's her
Which one? No Pixel?
We just
Monkey, you talking about no?
No, we just purchased a home.
Nah, I think we're gonna do it 2 a.m.
Title over to her until I could straighten out
We're gonna do the
my
next
other
storm.
problems with probation, and also, you know, the $200 and some thousand she stole from me, I think is a big motivation. So basically, I guess with my home and everything else, $500,000 of motivation.
Was that money used like restitution to pay back your victims?
It was supposed to be for that. Yeah.
Right.
And she stole it.
You have no proof.
So with that, the husband was brought in on the plan and asked to be at the station during the hours of the fake planned hit. At this time, Dahlia was told to be at the gym, her designed alibi. So while she was there, the police called her and immediately asked her to come home, which she knew was where her husband was meant to be killed. To her, this would be the police calling her to be informed of her husband's demise, so she had to act accordingly. Why don't you be the judge and see how she did?
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
Bro, this is crazy.
We need to get you to the station. We need to get you to our police station. I can't let you in, man. We have to do our job. If you want us to find this killer, okay, we need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to go with these detectives, okay? Does he have enemies? Is there anyone that would want to
This guy's like, this motherfucker like, bitch, please.
Said they saw a black male running from
Bitch, please.
Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. Detective Yopi, I need you.
Is he dead? Is he?
I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go.
She hired a hitman, but they set her up. It was a cop that she hired. So the husband ain't dead. This is all a setup.
Don't worry, we've already taken care of dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control.
So she gonna get the hammer.
Thank you, guys.
Now, Dahlia is taken to the police station so that she can answer about the whereabouts. So far, the police's sting operation is a massive success.
Success. They got her in her hands. She can't go nowhere.
In the interrogation.
She didn't know she going to that police station ain't going back.
You're the wife. We got to advise you of your rights, so you know. Okay?
Oh, it's that.
If you don't understand any of them, you just tell me, and I'll stop and repeat. And first of all, let me just tell you.
Jetsy, what's up, Jetsy?
I just want to see my husband, please.
All right, honey.
I love my husband. I really love you, too.
No, you don't want to see him.
I just want to see him.
Believe me, you don't. Could you listen, please? I'm required to warn you before you make any statement that you have the following constitutional rights. This is something because we're going to videotape that I need you to sign also. It gives us the right to videotape it. You want to read that?
She did?
To be videotaped.
Well, you're being videotaped. That's all part of it.
Whose number is that?
That's your home number.
Oh.
We got that from our reports that have been filed here. And then I'll tell you what's going on here.
Notice her trepidation is signing off on the fact that she's being recorded. This means that instead of weeping and complaining, she has to be extra careful about what she says. Even though she is caught dead to rights, any extra inconsistencies in this interrogation can land her even more jail time.
Listen, is there anybody that you know that you think would want to kill your husband?
My husband's on probation.
For what?
He's for stock fraud.
Stock fraud? How long has he been on probation? Probation or parole? Is he spending time in prison? How much? You you know?
2 years in prison and 5 years on probation, going on to 6 years.
Oh my God. And what was that for?
It was for taking money. It was like, he explained it like boiler room kind of, where they would take money from people
Oh, I
and put it
understand.
towards things.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
Not even.
She wanted his money. He got money.
This is tragic. Is there anybody you could think of that would want to do this to him?
I was telling the officers we've had problems already, and
What sort of problem?
he's been trying to get off probation, and it's just been nothing but problems the whole time that he's been trying to get off. People weren't happy that he was getting off probation because it's a lot of money he's got to pay back.
Well, when you say people, who are you talking about? People that were involved with him before, or?
Just a little bit of everything. This was supposed to be something, when he got off probation, it was supposed to be between us. And he went and he told, friends of his, he told, certain people, and everyone kind of talks, and he's constantly running into a lot of the guys that he was on probation with. Like a couple days ago, we ran into
I'm definitely gonna have to get
and that was a target. I mean, and the guy comes up to us, and he's like with organized crime. It seems like a lot of the guys from Boca are starting to move up here. And we're constantly running into, you know what I mean, a lot of the guys that he knows and things like that.
2 minutes in, and she goes from weeping to speaking in a fluent tone about the enemies her husband has.
Tap a spoon in your eye,
She's
fix
using the
your vision.
probation and prison buddy angle as a way to steer herself out of the situation. A futile effort, of course. Now she'll bring up the fact that his friends were after his money, more specifically $191,000.
So it was a lot of money. It was $191,000 that he had to pay back. So we were going to go ahead, and he had the money to pay off the probation and everything like that. And then I guess somehow when he went away, some guys didn't go away. They left
You
the
mean
country.
one way he went to prison?
Right.
Okay.
They
Googled
left the country.
5 different ones showed up.
Somehow he was dealing with some of those guys because they thought that he owed them, and I don't know, something with that he was taking care of. So
Bro, her story doesn't even make any
off his
sense.
probation, He never
Oh.
he never did it. He did something else with that.
Yeah.
If we go back to Michael's interrogation, he describes this $191,000 in a very different way.
And the money, actually, you want to laugh, I hired a really good lawyer, and we're at the lawyer's office, and this guy threw me out of his office because he's so disgusted, and he's actually, I guess, a witness in this because he sat with this. We were at the desk, and she had the check for $191,000 as a cashier's check. She wouldn't hand it to my lawyer. And my lawyer's looking at me, and she's coming up with some cockamamie story, she wants her money first. The point was, I was done probation. I paid these people their money, and she didn't hand it over. The lawyer says, I can't take the money from her if she's not willing to give it. So he throws me out. I have to run back now and get her money to give her money that she supposedly put into this. So at any rate, we exchange money. I run back to my lawyer's office, and I hand him the check. It was for $191. So the check magically changed from $191,000 to $191. My lawyer was a witness to this, and he chased me down the hall and basically threw me out of his office. He was disgusted because he also warned me something's wrong here. And so he fired me. So
That's another sign, huh?
yeah. So he's a witness to that. Like, he saw the whole thing go down. He saw the real check. He saw the bad check.
So, to verify the claim, the detective has to dig deeper into who these friends really are.
Yeah.
With that money.
Now, do you know any of these people, their names or anything like that, or where they may live, so that we may be able to follow it up? We're not going to implicate you.
The guys that left, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know them?
I don't know them.
You've never met them?
No, I know the guy that we ran into a couple days ago. I know certain names, you know what I mean, and I know certain families, they were on the news, like the guys that all just went away. I forget what family.
See, Brian and I in the squad, I only work major crimes. We only work murders, or homicides, and very serious assaults, and kidnappings, and police shootings, and things like that. We only specialize in that. We don't work anything else. So I wouldn't know about the theft of money that he may have been involved in or anything else. That's why I'm asking. if you know any names, then we can run these guys down and see what they know.
Well, those group of guys, they all went away, but he's saying one of them, I guess somehow he had a problem. I don't know what problem he had. It was before we met. He ran into one of these guys, and the guy, he thought he owed him something or something happened.
Yo, Shorty's just yapping.
They went away. I don't know if the one guy that I'm telling you about, Pasquale, if he also went away or if he didn't. But this just happened like a month and a half ago. They all got arrested again. The same, the stock fraud stuff again.
Does first name Pasquale or last?
I don't know.
Is it Pasquale or Pasquale?
Pasquale.
Okay. What nationality are you? Spanish?
My mom's from Peru and my dad's from Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, there's, I understand you got a couple animals at your house too, right?
So, I guess, I want to tell you everything, the whole, so
Please
you
do.
guys kind of know
Yeah,
what's going on.
I do.
Okay.
I want to know.
So, that's what happened with that. So he didn't know how to tell everybody what was going on with everything. And so he pretty much, he told them that, like, you know, I had the money and I took it and I got involved in like a Bernie Madoff kind of scheme because he didn't know how to tell, you know, his mom and everybody what was going on.
You're lucky.
What?
You're lucky you went to the gym.
We were supposed to go to the gym.
Oh, both you were supposed to go?
He didn't know if he was going to, he just had liposuction, and he had like 2 blood handles removed from here. I think he had something little, and 2 weeks ago he had surgery. And yes,
What kind of surgery?
the beltectomy, like the lipo that he had.
Oh, did he used to be real heavy or something?
No, he used to be, and then he got lipo done, and I guess the plastic surgeon left like 2 bulges here, so yesterday we went because he had like blood buildup in his back, so they drained it.
Okay.
So he was like, well, depending on how I feel today, but we go every morning. We haven't gone since his surgery, but every morning, 5 a.m., we're both at the gym. Yeah.
You got a lot of, that's better than me. I wish I could go, obviously.
Well, you know, he's very, he used to be a drug addict, and...
What was his drug of choice?
Crack.
Crack? Yeah, I'll do it to you.
And he's recovering alcoholic, and so with him it's very important to be like on a schedule and you know what I mean, like have a system and very organized with everything.
Bro, she's shitting on the motherfucker and she think he dead too. That's what's crazy.
Now, with bad friends comes terrible habits. She squeals about his drinking and narcotics abuse, thinking that this is another angle for them to look into. But at this point, she's deflecting from the cause of the killing to her personal blame game, which the detectives catch on to quickly and ask her to revert back.
His death. I don't know if you know, he was shot. He was shot twice, and I want you to know all this.
Do you know this?
Did they tell you out there?
Not exactly. I mean, they told me he was shot. When I was at the gym, I got a phone call. I didn't hear my phone ring, and I called back, and they told me just to please come, that something happened at my house.
Yeah. Evidently, your husband answered the door, and they took him back upstairs, and in your bedroom...
He had cameras, though. Why would he answer the door? Like, he doesn't answer.
With this RP experience?
And I mean, the only person, like his probation officer is like the only, you know what I mean?
I have no idea.
He would not answer the door. We had cameras, like at our house.
Maybe he knows this person. I didn't know you had cameras, because when we got there, some of your neighbors heard the commotion.
We have cameras. The front door has cameras.
Oh,
and
that's
the back
great.
door has cameras. But they don't record.
And they don't record?
Everybody knows, but they don't. We told everybody they record, but they don't record.
Oh, God.
Because he didn't want them to
She
make
just
a
said
phone
how?
call.
We have cameras at our house. Now all of a sudden they don't record?
Well, when we got
Shorty
there,
should
the
have
door was wide open. When the
thought this
officers
through,
got there,
bro,
the door was
'cause-
wide open. They went in and looked. You have they said there was 2 dogs in the house in a crate or a cage or something like that. And he was found in the bedroom. He was shot twice in the head.
He wouldn't open the door unless it's somebody that he knows, because
Well, then-
we don't open for anybody.
Now, you have to understand, I wasn't there, neither was he. We have other people there, so maybe somebody broke into the house or something. I don't know. I haven't been to the scene yet.
All of our rooms have TVs, and we look specifically, like, to make sure nothing is happening, because we've had drug incidences and things like that.
Was he asleep when you left?
No, because we said sort of, but not really, because of his back. He was just kind of like,
Laying there?
he was just laying there, and he set the alarm, you know? But, I mean, I
There was
said
no alarm.
hi, I said, you know, I'll bring you coffee on the way home, and, you know, normal, like normal.
There was no
everything
alarm, there was no alarm sound going off.
I put our little dog downstairs, and he stayed upstairs with the big dog.
I don't know. How big's the dog?
It's an English bulldog. But
Will
he
he-
doesn't do...
Will he bite somebody?
No, he loves everybody. I mean, he will run off with whoever he sees. The one that's very aggressive and mean is the white one.
It's probably the smallest
The
one.
little, she's
Yeah.
like 4-pound dog.
I think she weighs 200 pounds, right?
I'm just trying to...
Yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is
There's a lot that, like, I want to tell you.
I'm gonna be back. What I wanna do is call, right now I'm gonna go out and get in touch with the officers at the scene. I wanna see if the house was burglarized.
Okay.
All right, just hang on one second.
Thank you.
You wanna wait here?
She's done. She's
During the
over.
conversation, she was informed that her husband was shot twice. When she received this news from the officers, she burst into crocodile tears. And right now, when she was told the same, she could only think about the cameras in her room and the alarm system. Her tone has been quite consistent for someone who just lost a husband.
Mm-hmm.
Now the officers are done playing games. They have more than enough to reveal the whole
Let him
truth.
have it. Let her have it, officers. It's out of control.
You know that I advised you of your rights, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay. The game's over with,
Ooh.
okay? There's no more games.
This is where her heart sinks into her shirt, into her chest. She's like, huh?
With you and I. Now we're gonna get down to serious business. I wanna know if you know this guy. Come here. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before, ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house? Get him out of here.
That's the cop acting like the guy. Ah! Oh, no.
You're going to jail today for solicitation of murder. You're under arrest. That's an undercover police officer. We
Woo!
filmed everything that you did, recorded everything that you did. You're going to jail for solicitation of first-degree murder of your husband.
Woo!
Did you hear what I just told you?
I heard what you said, but I didn't...
Everything, listen to me. Everything has been recorded. You were photographed in the convertible when you
Out of here.
in the front of CVS. What do you want to do? What do you want to do here?
I didn't do
Dahlia?
anything.
Listen to
I
me.
didn't do anything.
You're going to
I didn't
jail.
do anything, please. I didn't do anything.
Tell me you didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to jail today. As soon as I'm done, they're going to come in here and handcuff you and take you to the Palm Beach County Jail, book you for solicitation of first-degree murder on your husband. Your husband is well and alive.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Please, can I see him?
No, he doesn't
please?
want to see you.
I so wanted to see him.
He doesn't want to see you.
Please.
You better quit your plan. Listen to me.
Bro, she
I
is
want you to quit
dangerous.
your acting
Oh,
and get
she's
this
like, I
over
want to
with.
see him. I
Yes,
want to
you
see
are.
him.
Okay.
No, I
You know
can
what?
fix
You
that
need a
part.
real good attorney. You need a real good attorney because we're going to show them the film where you say you're 5,000% sure you want him dead. You think I made that up? You think I made that up?
Don't be hating on Florida, but yeah,
Exactly
you're right.
what's gonna
You're
happen.
right.
I'm putting talking with you. When I leave this room,
He said, I'm putting
no
cases on
one
all
will
y'all.
talk to you again. The next time we see you is when you're in trial. You can make it right here, or you're going to trial, and you're going to do life in prison. You want to cooperate with us, whatever you want to do. It's over and done once I walk out. I'm not coming back in to talk to you. And no one else is either.
All right,
do you wanna do?
you born and raised, so yeah, you have it, you can have
The
it.
next officer comes here, going to handcuff you and take you to the
I'd
jail.
like to see my husband, please.
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you. I'm leaving now. Can I have an officer come in here and cuff the person?
He's gonna say this
I don't know what's going on.
this
please.
person.
I'm going to go ahead and arrest you for solicitation of first-degree murder.
What's happening, please?
Can you stand up?
Stand up, please.
Oh my God.
He's alive.
Come here, please. Come here.
What?
Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
I can't fix it.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard you.
Mike, come here, please. Come here.
No way.
We'll take her back to booking, please.
She seen her husband. Come here. Did she say
On that
babe?
day, Dalia DiPolito was charged with solicitation of first-degree murder. At the time, the case wasn't popular, but at the same time, the infamous TV show Cops was filming in the area where the police force's sting operation began. During her trial, Dalia's defense lawyer argued that she had been deceived into signing the cops' release form and asserted that her husband Michael had orchestrated the scheme to be featured on the show Cops.
Oh,
Despite these defense
no way. No way they went with that. No way they went with that. Oh.
strategies, both attempts proved unsuccessful, leading to Dalia DiPolito's conviction in 2017 and subsequent sentencing to a 20-year prison term. Dalia won't be able to see outside of her prison until the year 2032, and she should consider herself lucky. If she had gone with her plans, she would have served life for doing so. But it was because of this hero, the ex-husband Mohammed Shihadeh, who was trusted by Dalia for this dangerous task, and instead of helping her, he went right to the police. This was the crazy case of Dalia DiPolito. And as always...
Damn! The jury couldn't decide? That, I'm not gonna lie, that shit crazy. We got one. Which one is this? This one. When evil parents realize they've been caught. That was 2 months ago. This got beautiful.
Every child